Okay, time for the big reveal of how to pull this off. All right, we already have in here in the top part that I put them in order, smallest to biggest, and I take and I test, I add the two smaller, and that has to be bigger than my largest side. And if it's true, it'll say it's a triangle. If it's not, it'll say not a triangle. So that part's done. Now, what do you do when you only have two sides? Well, I mean, you could sit here and say, well, what could my third side be? All right, you could say 4. Okay, two small sides is 3 and 4. That's 7. That's not bigger than 9, so 4 doesn't work, right? And you could list all that. Or you could get to the point where you say, oh, well, if I subtract these two, that'll give me my lowest limit. So that's why I kind of wrote this like this. Your third side has to be bigger than your lower limit and smaller than your biggest limit. So in this box, I'm going to subtract these two. Equals. Now, I didn't put any parameters on which is the biggest, which is the smallest. So in order to get these subtracted and always give me a positive value, any thoughts on what I can add to that? Oh yeah, that's right, absolute value. So we did this a little bit ago, absolute value. If you don't remember, here we go. Equals ABS. And then you have to put it in parentheses. So I want the absolute value of these two numbers subtracted. So click one, minus, click the other, need parenthesis to close it, and boom. So I subtracted them. Okay, so I have to pick a number that is bigger than 6. Why? Because if I tried 6, 6 plus 3 is 9. Is that answer bigger than the third side? No. 3 and 6 would just be enough to make the same distance as this. So it has to be bigger than 6. Okay, what does it have to be smaller than? Well, let's add these two. So equals. Adding, I'm always going to get a positive, so I click 1 plus the other. Enter. So in order for this to work, you must pick a number that is greater than 6 but smaller than 12. What's wrong with picking 12? Same deal. 12 is the biggest side, so you would take your two smaller sides. 9 plus 3 is equal to 12. Well, the two small sides added up have to be bigger than that. That's not going to work. So as long as I pick any number between 6 and 12, so my choice is 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. Those would be my choices. Sorry, phone was ringing. All right, so those would be my choices. Now, could I pick decimals? Absolutely. These are just your whole number options. So now that we have this done, all right, you now have a fully functioning triangle inequality theorem calculator. If you're given 3 sides, you should be able to put them in order and get an answer yes or no. If you're only given 2 sides, you should now be able to give the range. Sometimes this is not labeled third side, sometimes it'll be an X. So X, your third side has to be bigger than 6 and less than this. All right, so go ahead and patch yours up if yours is a little different than that. And let's try some IXL.